2024 has been one of the most exciting years for mobile gaming, with so many great games releasing and many more on the way. If you find yourself with too many or too few options and don't know what to play, we put together a list of our favorite games available on TapTap right now. This list is going to feature different games from action RPG to MMORPG, survival games, and many more. So if you're not interested in a particular game or genre, feel free to skip to the next section in the video and you'll find something for you. Also, if you like any of these games, click the link in the description to jump to the download page on TapTap. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe and check out TapTap's app to find out even more amazing mobile games to download and play. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive in. Kingdom Rush 5 is a game that fans of the series were really anticipating, but it's worth checking out even if you have never played any of the past titles. Like the other games in the series, this is a classic tower defense game, but it adds some new twists. Picture this. You're defending your kingdom from a horde of goblins, orcs, and even dragons, and all kinds of quirky enemies. You pick two heroes to join you on top of the rest of the strategies. The graphics are colorful and fun, the levels are super challenging, and the gameplay makes it one of the most addictive we've tried in a long time.
Yeah, boy.
Next up, let's dive into the Sword of Convallaria. If you're a fan of RPGs with deep stories and beautiful, detailed worlds, this one's a must-play. This game has been described as Final Fantasy Tactics for mobile and has stunning visuals with a very beautiful pixel art style. It is a gacha game, but it is also extremely free-to-play friendly because there are 3 game modes. The Fool's Path is where the majority of gacha play comes through, and it has its own storyline. Crossing Worlds is where you can grind for level up materials for that same gacha play. And the last one, Spiral of Destinies, is a 100+ hours single-player experience with 0 gacha elements, completely free to play. So regardless of what kind of player you are, there is a ton of content for you in this game. Okay, you probably know about the next game on this list, Zenless Zone Zero, but we couldn't ignore it because it is a really, really good game. ZZZ is developed by Hoyoverse, the same studio behind some of the most successful mobile games ever. It's a stylish action RPG with hack-and-slash combat and a very compelling story. This game has a futuristic vibe, and it's all about cool characters and slick combat. ZZZ receives regular updates, so you'll never run out of content, including new characters and story quests. Like Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, it is a gacha game, so it's free to play, but you will have to pull in order to obtain the best characters and weapons in the game. The next game you should check out is a very exciting release, and one the medieval game and extraction game fans out there will not want to miss. Gold and Glory is a game that many described like Dark and Darker, but for mobile. So if you are into that kind of dense and dark atmosphere, you will love this one. It is a PvPvE dungeon crawler RPG game set in a dark medieval world filled with dangers. As you venture through it, you will fight hordes of monsters and undead, gathering loot as you go to further improve your character. The atmosphere in Gold and Glory is really tense, and every encounter feels thrilling and rewarding. So you should definitely give it a try if you want to keep yourself busy while you wait for Dark and Darker Mobile to release later this year. Next up is CrisisX, a very surprising survival open-world mobile game that should definitely be on your radar. First of all, this game has amazing graphics with very realistic characters and immersive cutscenes that are very impressive for a mobile game. And it is great competition for other survival games like Life After and Undawn. In CrisisX, you'll step into a dystopian world where you're fighting against a dark and powerful force, mutant zombies. Infrastructure is destroyed, and society and civilization have completely collapsed. In order to survive, you'll spend your time between combat and a mix of base building and resource management. CrisisX just launched its beta test, and you can join and play for free on TapTap with the link in the description. If racing games are more your speed, then you should check out this one instead. Asphalt Legends Unite is a cross-platform racing game for mobile, PC, and consoles with unbelievable graphics and a multiplayer mode where you can challenge your friends to epic races. There's also a game mode that's similar to Need for Speed's Hot Pursuit mode, where you have to evade police troops as they chase after you. The game is free to play, but gacha players will recognize some of its mechanics because you do have to pull for better and higher ranked vehicles. It is still worth a try, and it's one of the biggest releases in the genre, at least until Need for Speed Mobile releases globally. The next game on this list, Metal Slug Awakening, is a game that surprised us in a very positive way. This title has everything you would expect from a Metal Slug game. Crazy action, over-the-top enemies, awesome bosses, and a lot of explosions. In this new action side-scrolling shooter, you battle your way through levels and unlock new weapons and vehicles, and there are several game modes. A roguelike mode, a 3-player cooperative PvE mode, and the classic adventure mode. Metal Slug Awakening is a ton of fun both solo and with your friends, so you should definitely check it out. Last but not least, this is a game for all the MMORPG fans out there. Tarisland launched recently for mobile and PC and has 100% started some waves in the MMORPG community. Very clearly inspired by classic WoW, Tarisland offers a huge, immersive experience with tons of quests, dungeons, and battles. Besides PvE dungeons, there is amazing PvP, both Battleground and 3v3. You can choose from several unique classes, each with its own unique strengths, and further upgrade your character as you play. It is one of the biggest mobile MMORPGs to come out recently, and one of the best ones for mobile, so check it out and let us know what you think. This is the end of the list of the best mobile games you can play on TapTap right now, but stay tuned for new exciting upcoming mobile games. Subscribe to our channel, and if we forgot any mobile game you love playing right now, let us know in the comments below.